I'm a real iron sharpens iron person, and I'm not great without other people, other creatives around to inspire me and influence me. It's just, I'm one of the weird artists that actually need people and love people. I found it a lot tougher. At first I was really excited because I was like, yay, this is everything I've been complaining about not having enough of, not having enough time, not having enough space, not having enough quietness, and I just want to turn my phone off, all the things you complain about. And when they happen, I was a little bit freaked out, and I haven't coped as well as I thought I would. I was gutted. I was so gutted because I had all this work that I'd worked so hard on, and it was almost a grief actually, because you had something and you had a dream, and you don't paint massive canvases for no reason. As you paint them, the whole thing is they tell a story, they're a journey. They were now just leaning against every spare wall in our house. I function well when things are in their place, and at the moment nothing is in its place. It's hard because I'm a bit of a neat freak, being a painter, which is ridiculous. It's probably kind of good that we're not allowed visitors at the moment, because I would not turn into a very nice person if someone touched them. That makes me sound horrible, doesn't it? Everyone thinks I'm so chilled and relaxed, but I think if one of my kids' friends came and handled the paintings, I might go a little bit crazy. One thing I have been disciplining myself to do is to paint every day, which it was really difficult at first because I like having an end goal in mind. I like painting for something. When I started painting, I'm really inspired by the space that I'm painting it for, the person that I'm painting it for. I really like personalising the journey and the story that I'm creating for them. And so to paint every day, not knowing where it's going or who it's for, has been a real discipline for me. But it's something that I felt was really important, just to keep that flow going, because once you start a creative flow, it's really difficult to stop it. That momentum just takes on a life of its own.
I've caught wild Carolyn Donovan in her natural habitat, checking out the nippers.
No, nippers is the name of the painting.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
This painting is nippers. My inspiration for that was that aerial view that you get when you look out, and I like the thought that it's putting things in perspective instead of looking at things so closely that you don't get the real perspective of where you're placed in the world. Self-filming is possibly one of the hardest things I've had to do, because the perfectionist in me comes out. Of course, when I start filming, the sun goes. I'm trying to look for light spots. And I want to have the right lighting, I want to look right, I just want to set it all up to present this perfect story. My acting agency invited us all to a Zoom high tea, and most days I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel good, and I didn't feel like things I'd want to display as this is who I am.
Now say something poetic that relates it back to the pandemic.
I get nothing. And I guess self-filming really is showing this is who I am. I really grappled with the fact of putting forward a perfect image. So there was a lot of soul searching that happened, and it's your fault. I guess as an actor, you're part of a team that all goes into creating an end product. I've always enjoyed the fact that I've relied on everyone else to do their bit. It completely takes the pressure off. All of a sudden, over lockdown, that's the only way that we could get work. And so even a Zoom call would freak me out, because I'm thinking, how do I know if the lighting's right? How do I stand in the right place? Like, I'm not very good at focusing on myself. I've always filmed everything on portrait, sort of holding the phone and the camera lengthways. I didn't know until recently that landscape is what's considered professional. I guess that's the difference between selfie life and self-filming life. I think I'll keep working on his eye. This one's very brash and cheeky. I've always said I didn't have time to post anything on social media, and I have been recently, every day. I am disciplining myself to paint with my left hand. I'd never actually had a community on social media because I never interacted, I'd never posted anything really. Excuse. And all of a sudden I had all this time, and I realized that my idea was the perfect life and no distractions, and I've chosen this, but it's actually the distractions that fires what I use to paint with. The subjects that I paint and the things that I paint are from having conversations with someone, or from seeing something that I otherwise wouldn't have chosen to put myself in front of. They were all the things sparking and giving me the creativity, giving me the thought process, giving me the ideas. I'm doing a painting for someone who just wanted ballerinas. No race, no nationality, no age. My art changed a lot from self-filming, because I suddenly realised what people love about paintings and artwork is getting up close and seeing the imperfection. It's very detailed, I hope you can see it. The thing that has surprised me most, that it's forced me to connect more meaningfully with people. I've had to connect with people. I've had to reach out on purpose, ask for encouragement when I needed it. I've had to seek out inspiration rather than it falling in my lap, which is what it's always done. I think I used to let life happen to me a lot more, and now lockdown has made me creative on purpose.